Hi, I'm Dennis, and I'm the inventor and designer of Dragon Cutlery. Today I'd like to go over some of the designs that we've made for our cook's knives. To start with, we looked at the cook's knife market and we saw a few things that were going on. Number one, people were damaging their cook's knives because they weren't using them properly. But we realized that by changing the design, no matter how you use it, the knife will hold up. So let me take you through a few of the things that we've added onto our knives. The first one I'll show you is our 8-inch cook's knife. You notice immediately that the shape is a little different. There's a lot of belly curve in the knife. The reason we do that is it gives you a little more edge in a smaller space. But more importantly, if you're one of those people who hit the board or roll the edge, what you'll find is that only a very small part of the edge will hit the board. That being the case, that means there's less chance of the knife being damaged, and it will stay sharper longer. Another thing we looked at was where people put their knives when they want to clean them. Some people want to put them in the dishwasher. We highly recommend you don't put any good knife in the dishwasher. It's very dangerous. But we're also practical enough to know that for many cases, that's where people want to put their knives. So what we did is we put a new type of material that is completely dishwasher safe. It's called micarta, and micarta will not shrink or swell in the heat of the dishwasher. Another thing we've done is use a new type of steel. This is a new technology called nitrogen steel, and nitrogen steel does two things. First of all, it will give you a 63 Rockwell. 63 is the hardest knife on the market. But because of the new process, it stays very tough. So it performs like the old carbon steels of old without any of the rust. Let me show you what I mean. Because of the great curve in the belly, the knife glides through very easily, and you can't even hear it cut. One of the reasons I like carrots is that you can see right there how smooth the cut is. A lot of times when I'm doing knife skills presentations for people, I'll actually have them touch that, because what they find is they can feel the difference in the cut. When you take a knife and you, my knife's too sharp, and you just chop it, it's going to be rough. And when they can feel the difference, they'll say, oh, and that's when you say, that's why chef's food tastes better than yours. They know how to cut. And with this knife, it'll make it that much easier. For our 10-inch knife, you'll notice that we didn't put as much belly curve in the blade. Once again, we did make it 54 millimeters wide so that there's more space for your hand. And it's the same nitrogen steel that'll hold that edge longer than anything. But the reason we didn't is that professionals prefer a more straight edge. And usually, they're the ones who buy the 10-inch knife. So we had to make a shape that would work better for them. I like the 10-inch knife because it's the safest knife. You can put your tip on the board, and now your right hand is telling your left hand where the edge is. So when you use the knife and you slice through, you notice the tip never leaves the board. Very quick, very smooth, very easy. This is why chefs like a 10-inch knife. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about any of the products you saw today, please go to apogeeculinary.com.